I'm gonna start like the.
You got to add that in there.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Oh damn!
Broncos country, let's ride.
Get out of here, Wilson.
Russ doesn't want to. That's what happens when Russ freaking teases Bears fans. He's going to the Bears, and then he doesn't.
Chicago country, let's ride. Chicago country,
Bear down.
Imagine if that was our kill. Chicago country, bear down.
Bear down.
Chicago country, the Bears.
The Bears, yeah.
The Bears. The Bears.
All right, guys. We got Monday Night Football, prime time as well. It's going to be the New York Giants who are looking hot against the Dallas Cowboys, who are
the least watched Monday Night Football.
I just like to
anybody will see.
Pretty confused on that one.
I apologize for telling everybody to start everybody on the Bengals because that was.
Hey, you don't messed up with that one.
Nobody could expect that.
Let's get to it. No, let's get to it, man. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Cowboys are gonna win. I think
ain't nobody watching this game.
Nobody's gonna watch it. But
you got a backup Cowboy QB versus
so?
Daniel Jones for 4 quarters.
Cowboys are.
But
there's a lot of Cowboys.
I will say Tony Pollard. That man needs his respect. I also say Micah Parsons needs his respect, and that's why I think those two are gonna make the difference of this game. And honestly, Cooper Rush ain't even like that bad. Like
no, he's not.
He didn't play a bad game, and
he did really good.
Which is what Daniel Jones is. In essence, it's the comparison. It's the same player to me. I mean, the only difference is Daniel Jones got wheels if he stays up. But
it's just because it's just Cowboys and Giants. No, I mean, it's a very old school football game.
If this was back then when it was like prime Eli against Tony Romo, like it was definitely one of those games to watch that were fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
But you got to realize
the
Giants are undefeated in the division with the Eagles. Like, I mean, Giants could make the playoffs. When's the last time the Giants went to the playoffs? You know, it's a big time. It's a big thing for New York, and I think a lot of New Yorkers. Yeah, a lot of New Yorkers are going to watch, and at the same time, America's team is the Cowboys. I mean, who knows? I mean, they have some hope. You know, I mean, as long as they win 3 other games and Dak comes back, they kind of have a chance. So at least to make the playoffs. I don't know about winning division, but it's pretty solid. I mean, I still think Cowboys are gonna. I think the Cowboys are gonna win, and I think they're pretty decent. Their defense is really good. And again, Tony Pollard is gonna do decent, and I think Cooper Rush is feeling confident. He's undefeated. Yeah, I think it's gonna be 20. I think it'll be close, 21-17 Cowboys. What about you, B?
I'm gonna go Giants. I think Daniel Jones has a field day.
Even with Michael Parsons, we all said Joe Burrow now.
Yeah. No, Mike
and Tom Brady didn't really
Parsons took off.
Tom Brady didn't really. Tom Brady or Joe Burrow. Tom Brady or Joe Burrow didn't take off.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm still going, Dan. I'm gonna keep. Maybe this is what the Cowboys need. Maybe they just need me to vote against them, so Micah can take off. Because I've done it back-to-back weeks. Well, they lost week 1, but you know what? I'm gonna do it this week for them. So I'm gonna take Daniel Jones and the Cowboys.
Daniel Jones and the Cowboys.
Daniel Jones and the Giants. I'm gonna go Giants, and I'm gonna say Saquon has a great game. I think Saquon balls out this game because he had a bad game last week, so he definitely knows he needs to step up. I think they'll do the same thing as like we talked about before. They're going to run the ball away from Micah. So wherever Micah goes up, they're just going to do it the opposite way. It'll be a lot of probably inside work if, it's going to be a lot of downhill inside running versus going outside and bouncing outside, I think, for the most part. And I think if Daniel Jones, if they can have a great running game, it'll like how every team. It'll open up play action. Hopefully, Kenny Galladay's out there. And he's doing good, but with the whole thing, how the Bulls are running like 50-50 with the wide receivers, it's kind of rubbing them the bad way. The wide receivers are not too happy about that. We'll see what happens. But man, the Bulls been taking off, man. Giants been looking good. So I'm gonna go Giants, and I'm
They're
gonna
gonna
go.
stay undefeated, huh?
Yeah, I think
Crazy.
Giants go. I mean, who would have thought the NFC East would be better than the NFC North, right? Usually, these are
Right.
divisions
At
that are the
this early in
complete
the season,
opposite.
right?
Usually it's the complete opposite. The North is pretty doing good, and the East is really like, they're 8 and 9, and they're
They're
getting, they're
average.
clinching
Yeah.
divisions, right?
hmm
So, I say Giants. They win. I say it's not even. I say it's not going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be like a 17-14. Yeah, something like that.
All right. What about you, Double A?
So let me see. Last game, Cowboys. They proved me wrong, man. They came out to play. They beat the defending AFC champions, and I think this week they still need to prove to me again that they can win. So I'm going with the Giants here as well. I think the Giants are hot. They believe in their new coach. Barkley is having a pretty good year so far.
If he's healthy,
Um,
yeah, I
and their
say.
defense has been pretty well too. Yeah, he's healthy.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good year if he's healthy. Like
It's
regardless
a
what he
good,
does, I'm gonna be
most
honest.
definitely, man. And it looks like the team moves when he moves. Like,
All right.
and they have a pretty good defense in New York right there. I think Giants is probably gonna win 20-10.
They
So,
do. I think Thibodeau might play too. From
oh
the
Thibodeau, oh his debut,
is
huh?
it Thibodeau? I don't know if that's how you say
Yeah,
it.
Watch
Gabriel
out for who
Thibodeau.
you have to watch out for is Chad Powers, backup quarterback to the to the to the New York Giants.
You stupid. Out of Penn State, you tripping.
Out of Penn
Um,
State. And here's a guy out of Penn State.
but nah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a
I
party in
honestly think
New York.
I honestly think this is gonna be I don't know. It's gonna be an okay game. I don't really think it's gonna be entertaining because it'll be close. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
I think
It's a
I,
rivalry game.
it's
I
a
think it's
football game. I watch
yeah,
football regardless. Yeah, it's a rivalry game. He's right.
right.
Um, yeah, no, it's gonna be okay.
A boring Monday night.
I,
Get your popcorn ready,
it's
because
not like last. It's
Cowboys.
not like last Monday was any better. I mean, it was
Last Monday was
whoopings.
yeah. No, well, last Monday was whoopings, but there were good teams, right? Like to me, like
Right.
I don't mind seeing a Josh Allen that kid whooping ass or the Eagles doing work, but like I don't want to watch the Cowboys and Giants. Nothing to it because I'm pretty sure people are very tired of the Bears and Packers on Sunday Night Football.
And the pack,
I'm
yeah.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing my ass whooped on national live, okay, national television.
No,
I like to
agreed.
let's keep that for a Sunday 12
Right.
o'clock game. We better turn that game to 12 o'clock Sundays.
Well, I'll be
But
watching
yeah,
this. CeeDee Lamb is on my fantasy team, and he needs to go off.
I don't have anybody on this in this game that have
that's why this game is boring. Nobody has anybody from these teams. I mean, except anybody that has Saquon. And
or
even
Zeke
then,
or
yeah, and
CD.
even then, like Zeke and
Do you think
Saquon.
do you think Tony Pollard's better than Zeke?
Ooh, good one. Yeah,
Mm,
I don't think so.
no, I think Zeke. That's why Zeke's still the number one back. And I think if you did
Do
it
you
over
think
again, it would still be Zeke.
I think Zeke's overrated. I think he's
I
he
Oh,
hasn't
think
really?
Zeke fell.
he
I
hasn't
think
proved
Zeke fell
Zeke hasn't
off.
proved Zeke has not proved anything in the NFL. Even
I
in
think Zeke peaked
He
his
he
first
was
year.
like leading rusher for like the
He
first
peaked. He
2 years.
peaked. I think he peaked early. Like that's all it was. I
I
think it
still
wasn't
think
like a progressive. I don't think it was like a progressive
I
build up to Zeke. I think it was like this is Zeke. This is the best he's gonna
I don't
be, and
think
then
he's a
it's just kind
top
of like
I don't think he's a
Well,
top 10 running
I think
back.
he's just averaged
I
out. I
give you
think
that.
since we've
I
gotten the
will
best
say
out of
he's
that,
not a top
Do
10,
you
but
think
I
he's
was
low half or top half?
he's a of what out of the
Just
like top 50.
out of all the running backs, out of the all the starting running backs in the league, is he the low half or the top half?
the top half.
He's
He's
low
in the
half.
he's in the top half.
He's the top half.
I think
He's
he's
better
definitely
than the running backs in Denver, and there's three there.
And I can't really judge
That's
him
already
with
there.
this
Like
with the coach that I can't really judge him with the coach they have because McCarthy he don't if you look at his history, he don't
he's
really
never really
know how
run.
to use running backs.
That's
And you got
fair.
an
yeah,
elite guy like
the
Ezekiel.
man,
Yeah.
dude. McCarthy's had two great quarterbacks his whole career.
You
He
know,
had Brett Favre, and then he had Aaron Rodgers. All right,
He not Brett
and
Favre. Did he have Brett
yeah,
Favre?
yeah, Brett
yeah, he
Favre.
did.
I
Yeah,
thought that
Yeah,
was
he did.
home. Oh, that was okay.
No,
That
he
was the
took
only
he
home
took
game.
no, it was
over
him.
Let me search it up. I
Maybe it was
believe
like the last 3 years, the last 3 or 4 years of Brett Favre, maybe, or maybe even more. I don't know for sure, but he was there, and he had Brett Favre, and he had
Let
Aaron
me see.
Rodgers.
I'm
You ain't
looking at
gotta
it.
do anything when you got guys that can chuck a ball 80 yards. Okay, you don't. It don't matter who the running back
Yeah.
So
is.
you're saying he's not a good coach, regardless, because he had those guys.
No, I'm not
Do
saying
you
that he's
think?
not a good coach.
Here's a
I
good
just think
question.
it's one
Here-
part of the game, one less part of the game you have to worry about
Here's a
for
good
them.
question. Do you think the quarterback makes the coach, or the coach makes the quarterback?
Oh, that's.
I think it starts with the coach making the quarterback, but then it
But
becomes
the
the
player,
quarterback becoming the coach.
because you could have a great coach. You know what I mean? They put you in the right
Let's
position,
put it right. Let's
but
do
the
it this way.
players.
Let's put it this way. They did the stat Sunday. Bill Belichick's record since losing Brady is 71 and 81. Before that, it was like 200 and something and 35.
Right.
And again, it's not because Brady didn't have great defenses, but Brady's Brady too. Like Brady plays a big
Exactly.
part. He's the guy out there. So like Brady leaves the minute he leaves New England, what does he go do?
Wins the Super Bowl.
New
Win the
coach.
Super Bowl.
He goes wins the Super Bowl in a whole different division. You know, so
Exactly.
that's I mean, I think it starts right. If it starts the first route in the beginning. It's the coach that makes the quarterback, but then
Mhm.
when the quarterback's the vet, it's like I'm taking over now, and then it becomes
Right.
the QB makes the coach.
Like, for example, look at the greatest quarterbacks, right? People talk about Aaron Rodgers, one of the greatest, probably talented quarterbacks of all time. You got Joe Montana. You got what, 4 or 5 Super Bowls. Tom Brady, he's at 7. If you're McCarthy, you got Aaron Rodgers, arguably one of the top quarterbacks. Even Peyton Manning, I think, got a couple Super Bowls, I believe, right?
Peyton Manning
But
got 2.
he got 2.
Man's got
So
one in Denver and one in the Colts.
you have McCarthy, who has Aaron Rodgers, and you only have 1 Super Bowl to show for it. After all, how many number 1 seeds the Packers have had over the years?
But who wants to
How
play in
many?
Green Bay?
I mean, but the talent
that
that
year
they
that
had,
Green Bay
Jordan
won, that defense was
Nelson,
crazy.
name the
That
guys that
too.
they had. Jordy Nelson,
They
Donald
had Donnie
Driver,
Nelson, Donald Driver, Greg Jennings.
Greg
That
Jennings.
offense was nice. That
They had
offense was
they had
very nice, bro.
teams. They had
They had a
teams.
very nice offense.
So you mean to tell me you had all these guys and you only have 1 Super Bowl to show for it with
Well,
one of the
it's
greatest quarterbacks?
the same argument I think goes with Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints. I think those guys. I think Sean Payton is the reason why Drew Brees did well, because he set him up to be a great quarterback. That's why I disagree that it's not completely on the quarterback, because I think Sean Payton made that Saints team decent and relevant. I think like that Super Bowl was because of Sean Payton, because he made gutsy calls. He made I mean, granted, the whole fucking sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but the whole bounty hit shit was definitely not necessary. But I'm just saying, I think regardless, he's still yeah. I think regardless, like I think he's a prime example that a coach can make a prime like a really good quarterback.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's do this now that you say that. The Broncos, do they win a Super Bowl with Tebow or with Peyton Manning?
No, they won it with Peyton Manning. Yeah, no, God, I don't
Right,
even know.
so-
I don't even know who coached them that year when
It
Peyton
was,
Manning was on the Broncos.
exactly.
No,
Like,
that's no, it was Kubiak. No, and okay, I just think that doesn't work for quarterbacks like that.
not
Like,
every quarterback.
like I think Drew Brees is okay. Drew Brees is one. Eli Manning, I think he's not. I think that was just good coaches he had. Roethlisberger, I think he was just good coaches he
Yeah,
had.
but think about
I mean,
like a lot of it comes down to QB play though. Yes, again, the coaches are the one calling plays, but it takes a QB to go through reads on the offense to then decide that where that ball's going.
They make the play.
It comes all down, right? So you say exactly Eli Manning. Eli Manning somehow chucks it to David Tyree. David Tyree makes a hell of a play out of that. But at the end of the day,
it's still Eli Manning.
It's Eli, bro, that makes the play.
Eli,
yeah, but that run
gets
game
out of the
was
sack.
yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But that run game was good too.
That year too,
It
bro.
was,
That's
but
the
and it was
17 and 0.
Jacobs. No, I
That's the
agree.
17-0 Patriots, bro.
I agree, but you got to realize he still had Brandon Jacobs. Like he had a run game that he built.
Oh, he had it.
He
What
like
helped him a lot is his defense was crazy.
defense.
His defense was better on the other side. That was a crazy Super Bowl. That's probably like one of the best Super Bowls out there.
No,
but
yeah.
I mean, like if you go QBs, right, QB by QB, at the end of the day, it's the QB that makes the play. You have, but that's why I say it's hard to really answer that for a young QB like Justin Fields. He's not doing it. Trey Lance, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones.
Well, Lamar,
these are guys that are young. Lamar Jackson. Lamar is definitely a big reason why that offense is the way it is in terms of success.
Harbaugh's won it without him.
Yeah, but we're talking about Harbaugh and Lamar. But like
Lamar saved his job because Harbaugh would be fired.
Because of no Lamar, there's no Harbaugh at this moment.
Okay.
Because there's no QB out there. Who do you put out there? Let's say if Lamar's not there, who's out there? It's the backup it's their Dollar General Lamar. Because it's literally
no, I get what you're saying.
I just think it's QB. I think QB makes the coach.
I can see both sides.
The reason why
it's
the reason why Matt LaFleur looks so good in Green Bay because all he has Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
But Matt LaFleur with Jordan Love.
Right.
What about Shanahan? What about Shanahan?
Shanahan with Jimmy. If Shanahan with Jimmy, Shanahan's a great coach, but that goes to like he has shitty quarterbacks. To me, like it all comes down to the QB at the end of the day. If you have good QBs, if you have QBs that can manage a game and do a game well, but at the end of the day, it's
also
QBs.
Doug Peterson's another one. I think he's a good coach. Nick Foles hasn't done anything since. I mean, Carson Wentz was a good quarterback, so maybe that can definitely offset that argument. But I mean, to win a Super Bowl with Nick Foles, that's pretty tough.
To me, that's a defense, and I think that's just the luck of the Irish, kind of a once in a lifetime Super Bowl, like
like Joe Flacco.
You know what? Like exactly. Joe Flacco on the Ravens. It was the last good year of that Baltimore Ravens D, right? That last good year of the Ravens D, with it being Rays last year and Ed's last year. Like this is like here's a horseshoe, stick it up your ass and keep it going. Like
here's another one. How do you feel about Bruce Arians?
In terms of a coach,
he's always been a good coach.
He's a good coach, but at the end of the day,
yeah, Carson Palmer though, and not Carson Palmer. He had yeah.
I would give it to him because he revived like Carson Palmer. He took over that 1 year with the Colts when they started like 0-3, and then the coach Chuck Pagano, I think he had like cancer.
Chuck Pagano's another one,
yeah. He took him to the playoffs. I think even the AFC Championship game that year. I think that was the Deflategate year. But he took that team and made it to playoffs. He took the Cardinals, Carson Palmer. You thought he was washed, and he made them good. Yeah, he's a pretty good coach.
Yeah.
Really good coach.
Then he got Brady and won Super Bowl.
Then he got Brady. It took Brady, but it goes back to the point. It took Brady to go over
to win Super Bowl. Exactly, like you said, Chuck Pagano is a good coach. Can Chuck Pagano, man, it makes me think of Andrew Luck. Like I love Andrew Luck. I'm so mad that he retired at what he did, especially he just took the beating. Andrew Luck was my favorite QB, and to me, he was the QB to take over the AFC. I was like, once Brady's gone, it's Colts all day because Andrew Luck's taking over.
I was because that's
dude, he was a stud, and I think though, like if Andrew Luck kept it healthy, he'd be one of those guys.
And they haven't filled in that gap since.
Nope. How many? Yeah, they went Carson Wentz. They went now Matt Ryan. They went Jacoby for a little bit. Like they haven't found a QB since, bro. But like,
and Phillip Rivers, I forgot about him.
Phillip Rivers. Yep. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
He's another one too. I mean, Phillip Rivers. That's another example. Phillip Rivers, like. I don't know if that was the coach because he didn't really. I mean, he was old though.
Nah, man. What was it Ed Turner or what was his name?
North Turner.
He has some very questionable coaches.
That's fair. All right. We didn't even. We're all like way off. All right. So prime time. Cowboys and Giants. Monday night. Let's see who's legit. I keep saying that. Nah. Let's see who's about it. Yeah. All right. Cool. Let me end that, and then we'll do that one game, and then we'll call it a night.